Here's an uncomfortable fact. Most people don't have a money problem. They have a rules problem. Two people can earn the exact same salary. 10 years later, one of them is stressed, in debt, and living paycheck to paycheck, and the other one is quietly wealthy. Same income, completely different outcome. The difference almost always comes down to a handful of rules the second person follows automatically. Rules that nobody teaches in school, and that most people never learn until it's too late. Today, you're getting all 7 of them. And, fair warning, rule number 6 is the one that silently destroys the most people, including high earners. Let's get into it. Rule number 1. Pay yourself first. Most people manage money in this order. They get paid, they spend, and they save whatever's left over. The problem? There's never anything left over. Expenses have a strange way of expanding to swallow whatever money is available. The top 5% flip the order. The moment their paycheck lands, a fixed percentage, usually 10 to 20%, moves automatically into savings and investments before they touch a single dollar. Saving isn't what's left after spending. Spending is what's left after saving. And the key word is automatically. Don't rely on discipline. Discipline runs out. Set up an automatic transfer for the day after payday, and the decision gets made once, forever. You'll be shocked how quickly you adapt to the money you never see. Rule number 2, the 48-hour rule. Every impulse purchase feels urgent in the moment. That's not an accident. Entire industries spend billions engineering that feeling. Flash sales, countdown timers, only 3 left in stock. All of it exists to make you buy before your brain catches up. So here's the rule. Anything you didn't plan to buy waits 48 hours. No exceptions. If you still want it 2 days later and it fits your budget, buy it guilt-free. Here's what actually happens though. Studies on consumer behavior consistently show that the desire behind most impulse purchases evaporates within a day or two. The item didn't change. Your brain chemistry did. That rush you feel at checkout is dopamine, and dopamine has a very short memory. 2 days of patience filters out almost every purchase you'd regret, and costs you nothing on the ones you wouldn't. Rule number 3. Understand that debt is compound interest working against you. Everyone loves compound interest when it's growing their money. But the average credit card charges over 20% per year, and that compounds too, just in the wrong direction. Run the numbers on a $5,000 credit card balance. If you only make minimum payments, you won't just pay $5,000. Depending on the card, you could pay over $10,000 and spend more than a decade doing it. That's the same magic that builds wealth, pointed directly at your future. So the rule is simple: high-interest debt gets destroyed first, before serious investing begins. Nothing you invest in will reliably earn 20% a year, which means paying off a 20% credit card is the single best guaranteed return available to you. It's not exciting. It's just math. Rule number 4, start investing before you feel ready. Here's the number that should change how you think about time. A 25-year-old who invests $200 a month into a broad index fund at the market's historical average return ends up with roughly $700,000 by 65. Someone who waits until 35 to start, same amount, same fund, ends up with around $300,000. 10 years of waiting didn't cost them 10 years of deposits. It cost them almost half the final outcome. That's because compound growth is heavily backloaded. The last decade does more work than the first 3 combined, but only if the first decade happened. You don't need to pick stocks. You don't need to time the market. Decades of data show that boring, automatic, monthly investing into low-cost index funds beats the vast majority of professionals over time. The strategy isn't the hard part. Starting is. Quick reality check, though. This is general education, not personal financial advice. Your situation is yours. But the principle of starting early is about as close to universal as money gets. Rule number 5. You can't frugal your way to wealth. Grow the income side. Cutting expenses matters, but it has a floor. You can only cut so much before life gets miserable. Income has no ceiling. Think about it this way. Skipping a $5 coffee saves you $5. Learning a skill that raises your income by $500 a month is worth $6,000 a year, every year, and it compounds as your career grows. One negotiation, one certification, one side income stream can outweigh a decade of coupon clipping. The wealthiest people treat their earning power as their number one asset, and they invest in it relentlessly. Cut the waste, yes. but spend your real energy on the side of the equation that has no limit. And that brings us to rule number 6, the silent killer, lifestyle inflation. This is why doctors go broke. This is why lottery winners end up worse off than before. Every time income rises, spending rises to match it. Nicer apartment, nicer car, nicer everything. The raise disappears, and the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle continues, just at a higher altitude. Here's the trap: it never feels like a mistake. Each upgrade feels earned, deserved, and each one quietly converts your new income into new obligations. The rule the top 5% follow: when income goes up, bank at least half the raise. Got a 10% raise? Your lifestyle is allowed to improve by 5%. The other 5% goes straight into investments. You still feel the upgrade, but your wealth grows faster than your spending. That single habit, applied over a career, is often the entire difference between rich and broke at the same salary. Rule number 7, buy assets, not status. Every dollar you spend goes into one of two buckets: things that put money back in your pocket, assets, and things that take money out, liabilities. A stock pays dividends. An index fund grows. A skill raises your income. A luxury car loses value the moment it leaves the lot, then charges you insurance and maintenance for the privilege. Here's the paradox: most people buying status symbols are trying to look rich. Most people who are actually rich got there by ignoring how things look. Wealth is what you don't see, the investments quietly compounding in the background while someone drives a 10-year-old car. So before any major purchase, ask one question: is this making my future richer, or just my present more impressive? Answer honestly, and the decision usually makes itself. So there they are. 7 rules: pay yourself first, wait 48 hours, kill high-interest debt, start investing now, grow your income, cap your lifestyle, and buy assets over status. Here's the thing about all 7. None of them require talent, luck, or a big salary. They require a decision made once and a system that repeats it automatically. That's the real secret of the top 5%. They're not smarter, they just stopped negotiating with themselves. If this was useful, subscribe. We break down how money actually works, with real numbers, no fluff. And check out the video on your screen right now. It covers the exact savings order, what to do with your first $1,000 step by step. See you in the next one.